imagine if you mixed one part hip hop, one part love, and one part quantum mechanics with one part God, then you probably get close to what Ben Sharpa is about.
Why do we have a police protection service when their duty's to snatch me and arrest my person? Who? The usual suspect, verbal Kaiser soul say what? Doing what I must to get by the whole day.
Ben Sharpa as an artist is pretty much like a pioneer in terms of this particular type of hip hop that I'm trying to put out, and also like a follower of previous pioneers as well, you know. Very much into the conscious type of vibe, and also keeping it like fun as well, like hard, you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, it's really about like conscious energy, you know, like positive energy as well. That's what I'm trying to build right now, you know, as a brand, as Sharpaganda.
Lights, camera, action, show at the helm. Mic, sound check, attach decks, roll film. Dancers to rappers, from actors to role models. Half of these cats end up broke, back on the bottle. Cold hollow, sick planet that we live in. So foul, yo, you get taxed for having children.
Well, see, the thing is that I've been embarking on a new mission in the past couple of years, which is pretty much to coin a new genre or a new kind of blend, like, because I'm seeing that a lot of the times my music is really confused. Some people say it's electronic music, some people say it's hip hop, some people say it's conscious, some people say it's like, you know. So it's a lot of different confusion about that. So I've decided to call it RAM.
Coming back with boom bap and soul stories, plus electro for my robot armies. The new flavor, most cats are scared to with. Move over, shoppers here, prepare for the ruckus.
Which is robot army music. And basically the whole concept behind RAM came through to me one day when I was just sitting there making beats, you know, on the computer, and then running my lyrics over that, and then, you know, and I just thought that, like, yeah, robot army music, you know. Everybody nowadays is using a machine, a technology to create music. I mean, even from ancient times, a guitar is a form of technology, a piano, a harpsichord, whatever, you know, drums, you know, that simulates the beat of the heart, which is organic, but this thing is just the technology, you know, to make that sound. So as I was doing that, I was like, yeah, okay, then there's your robot, and then the army would obviously be like the heads, man, the people's out there pretty much on the same kind of mission that I am as well, you know, like truth seekers, you know what I'm saying? Like light workers, people that are out there trying to spread the truth out about the reality that we live in right now, you know, and that aren't subscribing to all this mediocre bullshit going on, you know. And then the music, yeah, that's self-explanatory, you know, that's just the sound that comes out there, you know, big banging beats, you know, bass, all in your face, like really aggressive shit, you know.
Black culture suffers at the cost of Western vulture hate traits. We can't relate to your slave jobs, no wonder blacks hate state laws like straight balls, no inmates trapped behind gay bars. Take arms, give me what's mine, cause I'd rather praise Jah, raid farms, take back my people's wealth traditions. So before I die today, of a 9 to 5 or a minus 12 gauge, the captain said to your heads, listen, yo, just listen.
So I think my role as a musician first starts to, you know, from expressing myself, making good music. And then once I embrace that, then I find that all of these other responsibilities and roles, you know, come up. Once you have an audience, once you have followers, like people that listen to your sound and listen to your music and actually will try and take your advice, you know what I'm saying? Like, once you have that kind of momentum going, then, you know, a lot more responsibilities come with it as well. You know, you have to kind of, you know, be able to be accountable to what you do, you know, to the music that you make. And I think, like, really keeping it real is a really important thing. Like, don't like, you just be about it, you know what I'm saying? If you say something, do it. Yeah, simple. Like, you don't have to lie. It doesn't matter, it's okay. You know, you don't have to lie, it's alright, you know? We're all just humans, you know, trying to do our thing out here, so. Yeah, I think an extension maybe would be just to bring that music to the next generation, you know, like try to lay a path. You know what I'm saying? I didn't create the idea of music. It was already there. There were people that came before me. There were people that I listened to that inspired me, that taught me some valuable lessons in life, you know, and kept me entertained and, you know, allowed me to have fun and grow up, you know, and just be like happy with that sensation of feeling that vibe that makes you feel like, yeah, I'm here, you know.
We're here. All through the city streets, they calling it quits. All through the niche beats, that's all in the mix. Real MCs resort to radio hits. Fake lifestyles for sports and video tricks.
Well, my take on record companies is like, it's pretty much for the record company from their perspective right now. I think it's about trying to save a sinking ship, you know. And from our perspective, from the perspective of the independent artist, we're looking at them saying, you know, adapt or die. So they've had to also kind of adapt, but I don't think that they're doing it enough, really. I think that there is a whole myriad, like a whole space, man, of talent, like out here, and it's not being used to the fullest, you know. It's not being sought after and like groomed, you know. Artists aren't allowed to do what they want to do if they're down with major companies, because there's a certain protocol, there's a certain status quo, there's certain numbers that need to be reached, and there are formulas to reach those numbers, you know, that have been tested in the past. So what you get is an original artist now coming through and then going through like the record label cycle and coming out as like a robot, you know what I mean? And for me, like that's how I see it anyways. And it's not to say that that's a bad thing, you know. Some people that they feel that that's the way to go, and that's fine, you know, that's dope. More power to you, but me, that's not where I'm at right now. As an independent artist, I feel like I need to be with an independent record label. Independent meaning I have my artistic freedom. I can do the kind of music that I think that is good. The music that I want to do, the message that I want to put across, you know.
Shady deals, or what we do to pay these bills. You ate a meal, your record label made a meal.
What I find is that locally I have what you call a loyal following, you know, a core audience of peoples that have been following the music and know about the Groundworks projects that we used to do, and the pavement specials, the concentration camp, the audio-visual stuff, you know, the B Sharpa album, and I've been checking it out, you know, and that's great, you know, because really that's what one wants, you know. You want to have that loyal following of people that you know when you do a show that there's going to be certain people that will always come through. On the fringes of that is I think a newly emerging interest from like young people. Like young, when I say young, I mean like anywhere from like 17, 16 to 23. It seems like there's a bit of more of an influx of these people coming through to the shows and checking it out and checking the music, and I think also the social networking helps a lot, you know, with that. So it's really an exciting time for me in that sense, that the attention is increasing and the numbers are increasing and people are starting to actually listen.
From Cape Town to JSEC to Eastern Cape, by heat radioactive airwaves transmits through deep space. We free base beat breaks, at least 3 days a week basis.
So I don't even look at it anymore of like, do I have more local support or do I have more international support? Because if you think about it, South Africa is in the world. So we are part of the international community. So if I'm trying to reach a world audience, then I have to look at it as this is just one section of the world. Like, how many people do I have in France? How many people do I have in Germany? How many people do I have in Hungary? How many people do I have in England? How many people do I have in the States? How many people do I have in South Africa, you know? So that's how I'm trying to look at it right now. But yeah, it's looking up, you know. It's looking up. It's much better than before, you know. I tell you, like, there were times, you know, when like 10 people would be at the spot, and including the bartender and the guy that, you know, the promoter dude and his wife. And you know what I'm saying? And we just rock for like those 7 people there, you know, and yeah, but now it's not like that anymore, and I'm very happy about that, you know. Well, you know what? I think that internationally, I've had a lot of good feedback, a lot of support out there. There's a lot of fans, and it's really, really good. It's great because it's also allowing me to get out there and reach other markets, other sections of the world, you know, and spread this message. Yeah, it's really strange, you know, that dynamic exists. In a way, I guess it kind of keeps me humble because, you know, we like go overseas and do like, you know, 10,000 people, you know, 8,000 people, and come back here and there's like, you know, 150 people, you know, and you're like, yeah, it's cool, you know, it's home.
How? By any possible means to jump obstacles means I gotta do what I gotta for cream, stick you like scorpion teams. They don't care if he's a hero like Stephen Biko or high strung on a killing spree like Asanda Benenzi. Cops all over the city ready to lock you if you dark skin. Easy for the Buddha to murder you if you look poor and got comments.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Yeah, I have to take out my passport, Joe. Shit. Okay. We've done the UK. That would be like London, Glastonbury Festival. That was really cool. France, Switzerland, Belgium, Austria, Germany, Slovenia, the Czech Republic. I was in Prague, yo. That was so dope. Because you know they do all the movies, they do all the spy movies, the old school spy movies like in Prague and shit. You like, yeah. You know, I felt like Black James Bond, you know, out there. Now that was dope. Oh man, yeah, we've pretty much done all of Europe. I haven't been to Scandinavia yet. I'd love to go, and I haven't been to Russia. You know, and yeah, I'd love to go as well. You know, as long as I have, you know, somebody really big in Russian with me. Oh hell yeah, they know my shit out there, you know, they know my shit out there. And those that don't know come through out of interest from those that know, you know what I mean?
My sixth sense, always buzzing off the meter. When kids pretend to show love when they meet ya. Jealous fellas, steady plotting your demise. Cinderellas, stepsisters in disguise. I sit with elders around the camp with new recruits who spit splendor, trash the tennis shoes for boots.
I've had so many highlights. I mean, like, I remember opening up for Method Man. That was one of the most explosive performances I'd ever seen, and you know, like I was like, shit, oh yeah, dude, he's doing it like he's 18 still, you know, like it was really cool. Raekwon, we opened up for him as well in Germany. That was a really good gig. I really enjoyed the convention that we did in Manchester. Jonesy D, one of my most favorite people in the world. Big up Jonesy, big up yourself when you see this. Jonesy D, Black Thought, Lord Finesse, DJ Spooky, who else? There's so many I'm forgetting, and he's gonna hate me when he sees this shit. Yeah, like no, oh man, there was just ill artists, and we were all together at this convention or whatnot. So when we were on our way back to the hotel or whatever, we were in the same bus, and so we just started kicking rhymes. Like we kick Old Dirty Bastard rhymes, you know, because we were talking like, oh, ODB, dudes like kick an ODB rhyme, and then you know everybody that knows it has to sing with. And if you don't know it, then you know that's fucked up because it's ODB, man. Why, you know? So cats will be like, okay, do you know this one? You know this one? You know, and just doing that, like with dudes that I, as an MC, you know, and as an artist, really, really look up to and you know idolized as a youth, like, and I'm there with them now. It's mind blowing, but really that's one of the best experiences that I remember. But I've had so many really good festivals, and every time I go, I meet new people, meet new producers, DJs and whatnot, you know. Sometimes I spend a few days in between festivals and, you know, just chill out with the locals and, you know, drink the local drink, whatever they drink, you know what I'm saying, and we chill out with them and, you know, meet some other musos and do some collabos on the side or whatnot. It's really dope, you know. Yeah.
Liebe, was ich tue, voll egoistisch. Mein Flow ist superkalifragilistikexpialidocious. Genetisch, wenn ich Rapper anziehe, sagt mein alter Beats und Ream, die sind magnetisch.
Come back with the English, I do it like that. MCs be like, yo, he's like Empire Strike Back. No, not Luke, although I'm the Skywalker. Check it how I do with the style, yo. Mike Talker.
Well, for anybody that's listening to the music, keep listening to it, support it, buy it, cop that ish, you know what I'm saying? It's not better to copy, it's better to get the original. Shopaganda has got a whole lot more stuff coming out with this whole Robot Army music vibe that we on, you know, and it's about elevating your consciousness and some positive aspects and, you know, offering up some solutions maybe to the problems that we have in the society of today. And yeah, also dope sound, you know. We'll be doing some really exciting collaborations coming out soon, you know, with John Robinson from Science of Life, and you know, it's gonna be some exciting stuff. So peep out the Robot Army music, Ram, Advance.